Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. In this week's video we are going to be talking about 5 ways you can elevate your time at home as a homemaker. One of the first things that people notice about me when they view my videos here either on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram is that I am always dressed. And one of the big things that really helps me get into a better mindset as a homemaker is to get dressed in presentable clothing every day and have a kind of a uniform. Now, this piece of advice isn't to say to get dressed up like you're going out on the town or getting dressed in a ball gown every day. It's just to say to get into different clothing that is separate from your sleeping clothing. Changing out of what you slept in can really help get your mind ready to conquer the day, as well as set apart the times when you are resting versus when the times that you are working diligently to get through your daily routine. My second piece of advice is to listen to beautiful music during the day. I have found that having a home soundtrack really helps me get into the right motivated headspace. There is just something about having gentle ambient music playing softly throughout your home that just helps make things a little bit more cozy and kind of relaxing at the same time. I am a Spotify girly, so I really like to utilize the Spotify playlists, especially the ones that kind of get automatically made for you based on the type of music that you already like to listen to. I really like to explore those playlists, and once I find one that I really vibe with and it really makes me feel comfortable, I just put it on the speaker and I just let it play in the background all day. I do want to take a moment to talk about today's video sponsor. Today's video sponsor is Force of Nature. Force of Nature is an EPA registered hospital grade disinfectant that kills up to 99.9% of viruses and bacteria, including the COVID virus. I have been using Force of Nature for several years now. I am extremely happy with the product. It is all I use in the kitchen. It is toxin free, it is safe to use around animals, pets, as well as children. What Force of Nature is a bleach alternative. So you get all the same benefits of bleach without it ruining fabric colors and without it being toxic. And it is one of the only toxin-free disinfectants that is actually approved by the EPA to be a disinfectant. So what Force of Nature is hypochlorous acid, which is great at killing upwards of 99.9% of viruses and bacteria. Anywho, I strongly recommend it. All the information is going to be in the description box below, so please check them out. My next tip is to spend time outside. We all know by now that sunshine and fresh air is really good for your mind, body, and soul. It's kind of like we're like complicated little plants. A few minutes or hours in the sunshine and fresh air really helps to keep you motivated and refreshed. And even if I can't get outside, I like to at least open a window just for a couple minutes every day. I know going into the summer right now, that's kind of hard to do with air conditioning and the heat increasing as well as the humidity, but I will just open a window, maybe even in our bedroom as I'm getting dressed, just to get that breath of fresh air every day, and it just makes me feel so good. My fourth piece of advice now is to operate as if you are accountable to a boss or if you have a deadline. Now, it can be really easy to fall into procrastination when we don't have any deadlines or urgency when it comes to things that need to be done around the house or goals that we might have. But I find if I tell myself in my mind that there are things that must be done by a certain time of day, I am much more likely to get them done and feel much more accomplished about it. Now, lastly, assign yourself a weekly project. Dealing with the repetitive nature of being a homemaker or a stay-at-home caregiver, wife, mom, whatever, is something a lot of people struggle with. And I find that constantly challenging myself with a new project or a new goal, whether it is to read a book or a new baking project, that just really helps to keep my mind sharp and active. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please consider liking and subscribing and leaving me a comment down in the comments down below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.